2019 Nissan Sentra. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do the maintenance items. Basically, I'm going to do the air filter, the wipers, the cabin filter, the oil filter. I'm going to show you how to do it, part numbers and everything. It's the 1.8 liter. I'll put links in the description for everything, so check that out. So let's start with the air filter. What you want to do is come over here. It's right here. What I do is I take this air intake tube off. You can kind of lift this lock tab up right here. And then to the right, there's this little grommet part that needs to come out. You can just kind of wiggle and pull this up gently. Try not to just like rage pull this out because you could break the tabs. But we're going to remove this out of the way. And then we're going to just set it somewhere safe out of the way. And we're going to release these clips right here, these spring clips, just like that. And then the front of this air box can actually come out. You just tilt it forward and pull it straight up, and this whole thing will come out, and you could change out your filter. This filter that's in here was a Wix filter. I'll show you the part number. Wix is not a bad brand. I'll put the part number if you want to get it on Amazon. I'll put some links in the descriptions. The one I'm replacing it with is a MicroGuard, part number in the left bottom corner. I'm going to put this guy in. Alright, so you're just gonna, it really goes in one way, you know, it's a rectangle, it'll fit in. Just like that. And then we just put it back in. The tabs on the bottom of this housing assembly need to put in, you gotta line those tabs up and put it in first. They're down here, these holes. So put your tabs in there, try not to let the air filter fall out, and then just tilt it backwards and then put your spring clips back on. Spring clips, over time, they'll break or fall off. They'll get lost. I'll put a link in the description for them as well if you ever need to replace them. On Nissans, it's kind of common for these to, you know, fall off and break and get lost. All right. So also, it helps to push them from the bottom if you want to put them on. It just makes it easier than trying to latch them on from the top. So this guy needs to go on. Line this bottom part up in the front here first, like that. And then just line everything up, and then you'll put it in place. There's a grommet over here. A lot of times this grommet will fall off when you take this out, so make sure you don't lose your grommet. Put it back on here, and then just put it back into place, and get that lined up, and that's your air filter. So air filter is good. Now let's move to the cabin filter. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the cabin filters on Nissans. They stick them way under here. I'll try to show you. Forgive me for this camera angle, but it's like way back here. It's that little door right there that has like a bunch of little mini squares on it. That comes off, and then the filter is in there, and we got to get the filter out of there. So let's get in here. The bottom has a tab. You can just kind of hit it with your finger, or not hit, but you know, release the tab, and then there's your cabin filter. These cabin filters have like this tab on them. It's like to pull it out, but if you just try to pull on it at all, it'll just rip off. It'll rip off. But take note that it's on the bottom. Yeah, see, they think you're just gonna pull the cabin filter out with that. I don't know what they're thinking. I mean, it's a nice thought, I guess, for them to put that there. But so you want to reach in here and you're gonna try to squeeze and compress the cabin filter to pull it out. And then once you get it kind of compressed and squeezed, you can slide it out. Now the instructions on the cabin filter, I'll show you them. They say to take the whole glove box out, or like take the screws out and pull the whole glove box out. But I mean, if you don't have any like problems with being physical, you could just reach down here and get this guy out. It's just kind of a pain. I don't know why Nissan does them like this, but they do. Here's my replacement. It's a MicroGuard 40821. Links in the description. Check those out. Try to match up the direction of the arrows, say, on the old filter to the new filter. This one I'm just going to put in like this with this tab on the bottom, because when I took the cover off, the tab was on the bottom. But I'm going to put this in like that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to try to get some decent footage on how to get this in. So I'm going to squeeze it and compress it, and then just try to slide this in that spot as much as I can without ripping it or damaging it. You got to kind of be patient and not just try to shove it in there. It's actually easier to put in than take out, because once you get it in, it'll expand and fill up the spot it needs to fill up, like that. And then once that's done, basically just put the cover back on, like that. Okay. The top of this cover goes on first. and then the bottom should snap on. Like that, and that's it. That's how you do your cabin filter. Like I said, these the directions I say to take the whole cabin or the glove box out and everything. I didn't do that, not in this video. Maybe in another video I'll take the whole like glove box out and stuff, but just for you guys to know, that is a thing. Here's the wipers. 15 and 28 is the size. I'm going to show you how to do it. These are basically the hook style, which is the best in my opinion. You're going to take like a flathead or like a butter knife and pop this lock up, and then what you'll do is you'll slide the wiper backwards and it'll slide off this hook just like that. Don't let the hook fall and hit your windshield, because then you're gonna have a cracked windshield and you have to get it replaced. So be very aware and watch out for that, okay? Don't let this swing down and hit your windshield. Then you'll put your new one in and slide it into the hook. So here's I'm gonna get the new one here. This is a Bosch Pure Vision. You just open the lock on yours. Yours may or may not have this. They come in many forms, so just understand that there might be something you need to lift up so you can have this spot able to just slide into the hook. And then you put this in front of the hook part, and then you're gonna just wiggle it and slide it into place. Be gentle and be patient. But I'm doing it with one hand, so if I can do it with one hand, you guys could do it too. All right, so I just get this in place and then slide it forward. It should kind of snap into place, and then you push this down to lock it so it won't move and it won't back out or nothing like that. And that's how you do that one. And then the driver side is the same way. It's just a hook style. Driver side is a 28. Check the description in the comments for links to these parts. I'll put like a vehicle pack, so you could just get like the wipers, all you know, the correct lengths for you. We're gonna open this, slide this backwards to get it off the hook. Now some of these will have like a little tab you had to push down before you could slide it backwards. Again, watch out for your windshield. Don't let that fall and hit it. These ones don't have that. These are just like, you just kind of slide this on. But yeah, some will have like a tab, depending on what brand you get, that you have to push down to be able to move it. But this one has like this little lock on it. So these are actually kind of the ones I prefer. But all right, now oil and oil filter. Here's your oil filter right here, and here's your oil. So to get your oil filter off, you know, you're gonna get a hold of it and just twist it, unscrew it, lefty loosey, and you know, when you get it like halfway off, a bunch of oil is gonna come out of it, and you know, it's to be expected. Make sure you have something to catch it, and then properly recycle your oil. So what I do is, after I get it kind of off, I just kind of take a shop rag and get it off. They call that the mating surface right there. You want to get that clean with a rag. Make sure your gasket is on your old oil filter. You don't want to double gasket and blow up your engine. Just make sure this is clean. Make sure there's no debris or pieces of gasket on there. And then here's my replacement. It's a micro guard. I'm gonna put replacement oil filters in the description, in the comments. I'm probably put like a Nissan one on there, and like maybe an aftermarket one. So you're gonna get your new oil filter. You're gonna get the gasket a little wet with oil, so then this will slide on nice, and it won't like grab and get dislodged and have an oil leak. That's what you do. It's like textbook stuff. You know, you get the gasket, a little oil on it, and then you turn this on, get it pretty snug, and you know, there you go. That's your oil filter. Now here's your oil drain plug. It is a 14 millimeter. You get this loose, and then once I break it loose, you just kind of twist it, and then the oil will come out. Catch the oil, recycle it properly. You know what I'm saying. Now the drain plug gasket is usually, the new one is a copper Nissan gasket. I'm gonna put links to it. These are a little tedious to get off, but Nissan recommends replacing that copper gasket every time. All right, so put this on, get it screwed in like that, like so. You don't got to go mega tight on these. I think like 7. I'll put the torque spec in there. Here's where your oil goes in. Your oil, I believe, is 0W20. Check the yeah, right there on the bottom of the sticker, 0W20. check the description. Now, the owner's manual, if you look at it as far as capacity, it'll have two options. Basically, those codes are for like, these just are like if it's a 1.8 or like a 2.0 or something. So the 1.8 is the 8DE number. So that's what I got. So it's going to be 4 1/4 quarts replacement with oil. Hey, what's up, guys? I wanted to tell you about this new soap I've been using by a new company called Quantum Soap. It's a men's soap company. They make multiple different bars of soap with their own ingredients and fragrance. They even have a dark matter bar, which is more grittier. If you're a mechanic, you have a lot of dirt and oil in your skin a lot. You can reach them at quantumsoapco.com. Free shipping on orders over $50. These soaps are made in the US with all natural ingredients by hand. No synthetic this, synthetic that. They've been great. They've hooked us up with a Guillermo Auto promo code. So if you head over to the website, type in Guillermo Auto in the checkout, you'll get 10% off. Again, these guys are on Facebook, Instagram. Check them out. Check the links below. Thanks for watching.